coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Chop alert!
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The Ravens at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Shifts past him at the 45. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
On the stick. No! Ready.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 46 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. This defense for the Bengals, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Out to his left. And that is incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Burrow and the Bengals has with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Chase, the motion man right. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, good move. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That good for 22 and a 1st down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
11.
Chase, the motion man right.
Hey, can.
Right back to him on 1st down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
11 MC tape. 11 MC tape. Stop.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On one. Ready?
Clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the 1st quarter of a 3-0 game.
11. 11 MC tape. 11 MC tape. 11 MC tape. 11 MC tape. Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. Deflection, and this is going to be a touchdown. Cincinnati. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. This now a 3rd and 4.
Trap 60, trap 60. Go.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one. But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Burrow on play action. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Justin Madubuike. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, it's always easy to second-guess a call, but maybe he should have just handed it off here on 3rd and short instead of keeping it on a play-action pass attempt. Now it's 4th and long, and it just gave the defense a lot of momentum to build on for the next series.
Fielded just inside the 30. A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
He finds his man, complete. It's Gutierrez. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to... Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
On one, ready?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Burrow. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Gun.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
11 empty.
To the air again, Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Get set. 11.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And they go play action now. Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. McPherson's kick is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 MT, 11.
First down. Here's Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
2nd and 9 now. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Here we go.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity. In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point. Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big. I put a star. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. A give. Dobbins trying the right side. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Let's go now. Unlock line. Unlock. Go.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that. He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there with his fourth rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Well, they were down 6 at intermission, but they quickly erased that deficit. And, Charles, now they've got a chance to take the lead.
And while being down 6 points, obviously not an insurmountable lead, tying a game up, that just relaxes a whole team, doesn't it? And now when you add the extra point, you go up, you really feel good about what you've accomplished.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I'm wondering.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have...
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have retaken a third-quarter lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Another run here with Dobbins. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd down and 8.
Ready, ready.
Dobbins trying the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 104 yards on the ground here for Dobbins, and a 1st down coming up.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Pat the 60. Pat the 60.
Up the middle they go. Clements, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 5-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
It's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
11, Thomas. 11, 11, 11. 11, Thomas.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
12.
And the Bengals 1st down.
12.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover it for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Burrow Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Let's get set. 11.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
Here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Stop.
A quick throw by Burrow is complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Here we go. 11.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Burrow now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, and that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Here we go.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Reload.
A handoff running left is Dobbins.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And now they're in the hurry-up.
That's a gain of 5.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Let's go now.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. A pitch comes to Dobbins.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Ready up.
Here's 1st and goal.
Stretch the eagle. Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Dobbins hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh?
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Roll, roll, roll.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Here's a quick throw right side. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
He'll look to throw.
Connecting with Andrews. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8. And defensively, they'll say you can have that.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Ready, set.
Here comes 2nd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Clements, and he'll get it down to the 47 here.
2 timeouts still available. Keep that in mind. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready, ready.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Cincinnati, they're